Greetings! We are going today on a journey of intrigue, team swapping, and a lot of gunpowder. El Cid was a very tolerant Spanish hero, and we're running at full speed through his story. To start off, we are summoned to King Sancho's tournament grounds by the Majesty himself, for he wants us to prove we are better than his bitch-ass champions. First one gets slapped so hard in the chest, his shoulders touched. Sancho wants a fair second fight, and we get a horse. Unsurprisingly, the second one gets his clothes folded while still wearing them. The king makes El Cid a general, gives us an army and some villagers to go on our quest to capture his brother King Alfonso. On our way to settle, we meet some new friends, and some serfs decide it's a better idea to serve us. A town center is queued up next to the serfs and right in front of Alfonso's base. More conquistadors join the fight. Sancho is a solid dude and tributes us resources to fight his brother. While I wait for the expansion, I send the conquistadors to bully the villagers. Alfonso didn't like this and comes after me. Amidst the dying bodies, blood runs everywhere. Back to bullying villagers? Haha, dice come. I'm really restless and start shooting the gates. It takes time, but we shoot down the gates. We reach Castle Age and rush a siege workshop because I'm really antsy. Rams are ready and whirling towards the castle, and once they reach it, the battering starts. Because Alfonso wasted all his units before, we have no issue tearing down the castle and capturing him. Time to bring him to Sancho. I didn't read the objectives as usual and get confused as where to send him. El Cid must accompany him, that makes sense. Kings are apparently 100 meters dash champions and he gets to tournament grounds before El Cid on a horse. First mission done in 37 minutes and 17 seconds. In The Enemy of My Enemy, El Cid is told to go suppress an uprising in Toledo because Spanish and Moors smoke some crack and start rebelling against someone. I didn't really pay attention to the story because the narrator has a lisp and I hate that with all my heart. While scouting, we meet Motamid, a very cool Moor dude that wants to help crush the rebellion, and he tells us to meet the Imam on the island up north. We send the Cid there to see what's up, and the Imam asks us to bring all 4 relics gathered in Toledo to him, as he felt asking us for gold would have been a bit too much on the nose. Wow, did they really have to just stand there and steal all my sheep? I can't even kill the sheep? This is annoying. Ugh, why do I even try checking if the signs are correct? I know the rebels are gonna be a pain in the ass and wall all the bridges. Oh wow, really, Cavalier? Did your mother not hug you enough? Rams queued up. Not a lot happening in the first half hour, and I just prepare. I load up the rams and we get moving towards the Spanish rebels. No one opens the door for us, so we tear it down. And then their town center. We move swiftly and raze every military building and unit that appears. And the castle. The monasteries are taken down, and we have access to the relics that they were storing. It's a bit sadistic that the game left a monk trapped within walls holding a relic. I didn't have to destroy every military building, but it felt right. Oh, Venice now. Wait. Phoenix? What the fuck? The army marches past the bridge, where the last relic is in front of a castle. The razing continues as the rams approach the Moor castle, and the pounding starts. It takes a bit of time as the castle was in an awkward position, but we deal with it and the last relic is ours. A whole cavalry brigade is tasked with defending the final monk. The last monk boards the ship and it's time to deliver the relics to the Imam. Here's your gold, you sneaky gold-digging turd. The Moors panic because of the relics, but it's too late, and we are done in 1 hour, 9 minutes and 6 seconds. We move to Cid's first exile, when Alfonso gets pissy with us for saying he gained weight. And this theory holds ground by the fact everyone around is cool with Rodrigo and wishes him best, even letting him get on his horse before leaving. We meet some guys outside the castle that are also done with Fatty's bullshit and join us. And then some of Motamid's camel guys that want to escort us to become Moor. Sadly, Fat Fonso has blocked the way with the castle, and we must find a way in. I think all of Spain is done with this crap because a whole village joins, and even donates a treb. Convenient. I wanna make a song using this noise. The donated treb starts working on the gate while the army deals with Alfonso's army. The gate is out of Castle's reach, so I guess it's fine for the army to attack. The army is doing more damage than the treb, so I move it to attack the castle. Now a close-up shot of it because I wasn't really focused. The castle finally drops and Fatty asks for a ceasefire after his advisors told him to get his head out of his ass. We reach the super cool Motamid and he asks for help against Berengar besieging him. No issues there, and we destroyed the siege workshop. With our new villagers, a town center is ordered. Maybe a bit too close to Berengar's camp. To avoid trouble, I send a trap to open the gate, and Berenguer throws all bodies at me shamelessly. It took the trap 4 minutes to break the gates, Jesus Christ. The cavalry goes in to see what to destroy, and we find a castle just on the edge of the fog. Time to trap that down. There isn't much inside the camp, and I just start beating their town center. And Berenguer doesn't feel like trying very hard, and resigns when I wasn't paying attention. And the easiest scenario in a while ends in 30 minutes and 11 seconds. Because we are so loyal to Fatty, he calls us back to save him from the invasion of the Blackguard of Yusuf. Can you believe the audacity of Mr. Extra Large? We escort him back to his camp, and he gives it to us, so we can fight the Blackguard. Sadly, this soured our friendship with Motamid, and honestly I'm upset about this. Motamid was always happy to see us, and this bitch only complains and gives us sass. The scouts stumble upon a mosque around the forest, and the monk asks to talk to Rodrigo in person. Once we arrange the meeting, he asks to be converted in order to tell us how to win the game. This is a very unique mechanic. I start making the monk and planning to research redemption so we can convert the mosque from Islam to, I guess, Islam, since we're Saracens in this scenario. I get bored and raid their stone mine. Redemption being researched, and the monk makes way to the mosque. Meanwhile, we gather rams, and the army starts pounding at the Blackguard navy. The mosque offers a theocracy scholarship to our monk, and I accepted as he was diligent and did his job well. In his first semester, he learned about sanctity and how to do beer bongs. The army pounds at all buildings inside the Blackguard's base with zero cohesion and organization. We find a castle and the rams get to work on it. It's a hard fight, but we win with less than 5 units remaining. Monk shows up for Thanksgiving and tells me about his fervor classes and how he's taking herbal medicine next semester. I am worried he might be smoking marijuana. Okay, so my computer wasn't very happy about me playing this mission and kept crashing constantly, so much so that I had to restart it 3 times, and even though this one actually survived the whole way, the footage got corrupted around here, and I only realized right there at the end of the mission, literally 2 minutes before finishing it. But the monk got his degree, we destroyed most buildings inside, and now only need to wreck 1 dock to win. We gather all our demolition ships and send them to the last dock, escorted by a fire ship because I had a problem with the enemy ships getting in the way and blowing me up. Haha, get baited, Yusuf. The last dock falls to the chain of explosions, and Alfonso finally stops being bitchy and acknowledges that he only has a crown because of us. 1 hour, 17 minutes and 14 seconds is the final time. During a photo shoot for the promotional material of the battle against Yusuf, we patted Alfonso's belly and he exiled us again. El Cid got really sad about it and decided to march all the way to the other side of Spain. But since everyone knows we're really cool, Denia becomes ours, which doesn't make Berenguer very happy after we beat him last time. Now, there is a way to cheese the scenario and wall off Berenguer before he gets to Denia, which completely stops the game from progressing for them, but it's been so easy so far, I felt like this wasn't needed. Berenguer attacks and I run away because his forces are a bit too strong for me right now. I meet some cool guys that want to help the fight against Berenguer and we look for a place to set camp. Apparently Berenguer wants Valencia for Fatty, and we can't have that. The objective changes and we must defend the city until the wonder is completed. The city is very naked but has some defenses and that'll do for now. Wood is very scarce in this scenario, like very scarce. While I start doing my thing in Valencia, Berenguer is still going crazy leveling all buildings in Denia. The 2 villagers building the wonder are actually doing a pretty good job at building it. After Denia is erased from the map, Berenguer comes for me with rams and knights. And champions and trebs. This might be actually tough to fight. Nah, we're good. For an extra teaspoon of defense, I built a castle next to the wonder. And some towers around the property, just so the AI gets confused on what to attack. Luckily, Lerida was untouched and we can trade with their market. Berenguer launches another attack, this time more focused on siege, but we have a decent army at this point and they don't do much. If they focused the attack all at once, I might have had troubles. But look at this, 1 scorpion. Nothing too exciting happens and I focus on expanding my trade. I ordered a bombard tower because that's possible now. They're toast. The wonder gets completed, and not only it's majestic, it's also massive. I thought I'd have to defend it for some time, but no, it's over, in 42 minutes and 23 seconds. In the last chapter of Rodrigo's journey, Yusuf decides to come after us again because he's bitter about last time, and we have a simple objective: murder everyone. We start off with a pretty decent army, and I send them straight to fight Cian up north. And it's probably smart since they have heavy siege units. Oh, Cid's dead? I touched the dead guy? You! The Rams get to work and level the whole camp. I build a castle outside for maximum efficiency, or whatever. I poke them a bit and then send everyone to attack their castle. The plundering starts and they have no way to defend themselves. Traps aren't good defense either, just saying. The castle falls and we work on the rest. 1 down, 2 to go. Gunpowder is a lot of fun and I choose that as my bullying method. I had forgotten how insane the Spanish cannons are. The bullying of yellow starts and they don't really stand a chance against conquistadors and siege rams. Their one castle starts feeling the pounding and in no time it turns to dust. Haha, get fucked, ship. I flatten the south corner of the island and move back to see what's missing to be destroyed. Not much time passes and yellow gives up. I send my fleet to scout and find out where Yusuf is so he can get another rightful spanking. I meet a tower on an island and the cannons start blasting. Oh my god, what are these arrows made of? I'm gonna need more cannons to deal with this, they're wrecking me. Where do you think you're going? A new, bigger and improved fleet sets sails. The mighty tower drops and the castle starts feeling the blast. And the second castle as well. Ow, ow, too close? That's better. We load the conquistadors and rams for a nice sail. Troops on the ground, time to shoot the shit up. The cannons are so good at demolishing buildings, it's very satisfying. Yusuf puts up a better fight than his old buddies, but not enough, and we move on to his town center. And as it falls, the final scenario is over in 46 minutes and 32 seconds. Total runtime, 5 hours, 2 minutes and 43 seconds. Some very good times throughout this campaign, but the missions were very easy, possibly the easiest I've had so far. The clock for all the campaigns is now at 39 hours, 41 minutes and 45 seconds, and I'm now approaching 2 full days of playtime. Quite worrying if you think about the fact this is less than a quarter of all the campaigns, and if it keeps the pace, it'll be done in around 170 hours. That's over a week of non-stop playtime. Anyways, enough about my decaying sanity. Samarkand calls, and he calls for Babur.